something pretty boy of Hollywood. Welcome to Happy Suffer.
Geez.
Start with jokes no one understands. This is episode 182 of I Hope You Suffer. My name is Nathan.
I'm Kit.
Wow. And I'm Katie.
We are talking about episode 9 of Syfy's Day of the Dead, entitled Death Comes to Paymart. Ready to get to episode 10, only because it's called Choke on 'em, so somebody better get ripped in half. Yeah, what everybody think about this episode? Katie.
Did you watch it, Kit?
I did. I finished it like 10 minutes ago-ish. But I
Nice.
went to go pee and I missed the big event at the end. I just came back and someone was dead.
Okay, so obviously, obligatory spoiler warnings. There are things in this episode that made me extremely angry, and there are some things that made me extremely happy, so I don't really know how I feel about it.
Katie was happy Jay died.
No.
Sad Herb died.
Yeah, you know me. I overall liked this episode. I really liked when because we do actually get some clarity as to some stuff that happened before. So like essentially most of this episode takes place with like everybody who got quote unquote saved by Cleargenics like at the end of the last episode is now just like in the facility. And so that's pretty much it. And then we're still back at Paymart, which, again, don't care about Paymart, except for the fact that Amy's stupid-ass dad dies, and then she, like, Krav Maga's him as a zombie, and it was pretty cool. Good riddance to that guy. But I did, like, also, like, essentially Cam, I think it was, like, starts to explain how he knew that the water is what's turning everyone into zombies, because although like Nathan and I both said in the last episode, like I didn't catch this at all, that like the postal worker was just like actually dead and then they sprayed her with water and she came back alive. Like I totally missed that. But then it starts like going through all of the ways that people used water, like when Cam was watering the cemetery, or he was mowing the cemetery and like the sprinklers were on. Lauren obviously washed the guy off that she was like embalming or whatever. They were watering the country club like for Jay's wedding or whatever. So like I really liked that part. But then there's also just a lot of people having heart to hearts, which I like don't super care about. Also, Trent is back and I somehow hate him even more than I did in the beginning.
Trained.
Except for that, he said one thing that made me laugh really hard. Like, first of all, they all get into the Cleargenics truck, and they're all just, like, sitting there kind of just chilling. And then it just kind of pans over, and Trent's there. And Luke was like, Trent? And Trent was just like, oh, hey. And it was, like, so casual. But then Trent, like, starts being like, hey, you just left me out there. You didn't even look for me. And Luke's like, well, yeah, like, you ran away. I don't know what I was supposed to do. Like, I called you. And then, but the thing that made me laugh was, like, he was like, you left me out there for hours, and all I had to eat were Jolly Ranchers. Pineapple, my guy. Which I thought was just really funny, because Pineapple Jolly Ranchers are definitely not high on my list of Jolly Rancher flavor, but...
It's fucked up.
I didn't even know pineapple was, like, an actual flavor of Jolly Ranchers until this episode.
Same.
Well, they do like, you know, how they do with like Skittles and everything else where they have like tropical flavors.
Ow.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody knows Blue Raspberry is the only good one.
Blue raspberry and watermelon.
Yeah.
Cherry erasure.
I'll give watermelon.
Cherry's
a pass.
gross.
I feel like the cherry ones are too like.
Too good?
No, like it's like how like I like
They're like medicinal.
No, I was gonna like say
Wow.
how like
Wow.
bananas
They
always
are.
like just like a little too artificially flavored.
Yeah, I
Like I
agree.
feel like cherry flavor is always kind of
What?
like that for me.
We're not talking about grape here, okay?
Yeah, grapes.
Grapes
flavor
also
is the
Unbelievable.
worst of everything.
Grape and banana. And cherry is close for me, to be honest. I also, you know, I guess I also don't really care for like sour apple that much. So I guess what I'm saying is watermelon,
Just likes
orange.
watermelon.
Watermelon, orange, and blue raspberry. But I like watermelon anything, so. Anyways, the only other thing that happened in this episode is the thing that made me really mad where, it was pretty cool that Lauren's arm goes all crazy and she like almost chokes out Trent. She doesn't, unfortunately. But then like the Cleargenics people decide that they're gonna like gas everybody because they don't want them to like leave and tell the secrets or whatever. So they all like almost die, but Jay like sacrifices himself to like bust through a vent and he dies, which made me really sad. Fucked up.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to die, but I also wasn't expecting, I guess, like a major. I don't know why I wasn't. I should have, since it was like the penultimate episode, but like I wasn't expecting anyone to die in this episode. I figured it was going to be safe for the next one, but
Yeah, I mean, I really wasn't expecting, like, obviously I know it's possible, but I wasn't expecting Lauren, Cam, or Jay to die. Like, I sort of felt like even though stuff happens throughout with everybody, I feel like those were sort of like the original three characters, but...
Lauren is definitely not long.
Well, she's fucked up, so
this world.
something, yeah.
Yeah, I overall, I liked it. I just like, I don't know, like there's only one episode left and they're not really resolving anything. So
No, they also immediately broke out of the facility, so anything we were, like, thinking would happen definitely is not at this point, so I don't know.
Yeah, I have like no idea what the last episode is going to be like at this point. I'm just expecting. I'm expecting almost. I'm gonna say Lauren's gonna die, and then
I'm gonna be mad.
maybe the mayor, and I bet the rest of them live.
I don't know, the mayor
I don't know.
kind of
I think it
sucks, so I feel like she'll live.
depends on.
Mayor's gonna be the only one who lives.
So
She's automatically reelected.
She's the
and
mayor-
the next season's just
mayor
her
of Zombie
marrying a
Town.
dead city. Yeah.
I'm in. I'd watch
that's
that.
right, because her opponent, Pops, got killed also by Amy's dad.
Oh my god, that whole fucking storyline in the Paymart was
That was stupid.
terrible. Where there was just like the fucking cop being paranoid about the fucking whatever the lady got introduced in like episode 7 or some shit.
Yeah, it was her sister that turned and killed Trey. And so then they were, I don't know. That was like really stupid. And although it is kind of like, I mean, it was fake though. Kind of like how you were saying, the thing that you miss about it is that like other people are actually the threat and like not the zombies. And I feel like that's what they were going for, but it did not translate. And it just kind of made me like, I kind of was whatever about that police chief before, but this made me actually like beyond like push me from not caring to like disliking her because it was really stupid. And then the other part that I was like, okay, is that Luke and the mayor kind of like have a heart to heart, and she's like I accept you or whatever. And then she's like, the whole reason I became a mayor is because I had you and the world was messed up. And so I wanted to fix it. And then I was like, I don't really know if your platform is making the world better for your child. It kind of seems like the opposite, but that's just my opinion.
Well, no, like, because she says, like, because, we don't have, I don't think they ever give us an idea of how long she's been mayor, but she said that, like, once she became mayor, it just became one of those things where she was just, like, it was just, like, she was doing whatever she could to stay in power, which I assume was them saying that, like, her weird sort of right-wing Second Amendment nonsense is kind of just became like a platform to keep winning.
Right.
I don't know.
She was also letting whatever.
I feel like they started introducing shit last episode and this episode that I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, you should be wrapping stuff up instead of, like, starting more storyline shit when there's only, like, an episode left.
It's like 5 new characters this week.
They're gonna, like, run into a bunch of new people next week at the beginning of the episode.
Scooter, Larry, I'm so glad to see you.
I'm really interested to see if this ends up getting a second season or not, because I feel like
we need Scooter.
I feel like they're banking on it. Like, it kind of it's either they're banking on it, so they're going to leave on a cliffhanger, or whatever they do to wrap it up. I just don't know that they could pull it off for me, so we'll see. Although, who did wake up at the end of the episode is Peepaw Guy is now an alive zombie, and he is pretty pissed. So
I hope
hopefully he just kills everybody that's there.
I hope they go through the entire episode where it's just like, well, the fucking cop or whatever's still with her. And
I meant from, like, the original group.
I hope they go through the entire episode and it's just like this struggle for everyone to survive, and then just like a nuke falls on the city and it's over.
Yeah.
So it's just all for nothing.
So it doesn't matter at all. All right, I'm down.
Yeah, I feel like I can't remember because I watched this. I essentially watched everything we had to watch to record this week, like one thing a night at work, and I watched this Friday night, and, like, was there, like, any cool deaths in this? I don't think so.
No.
I think it was just really just Jay, and everyone else was just, like, shown, right? Like, they just kind of, like, they just, like, revealed fucking what's his name? Pops, the fucking other guy running for mayor and stuff, like.
Yeah, they didn't show him actually get attacked at all. Because they were trying to, like, make it seem
like the one.
I don't know, whatever. Which was, like, stupid because we already knew that what's his face was going to be a zombie. So I don't know why Amy didn't, like, do anything to restrain him after she gave that speech about how, like, you fucking sucked, but I forgive you or whatever. Then she just, like, left, and I was like, girl,
I just
get the duct tape.
That we'll say, they've been in that pay bar, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours minimum. Yes. And no one's noticed that Herb was just walking around holding the one spot on his, like, stomach side for, like, the entire time.
Right. And Amy
very normal
that he got attacked because
he was hungry.
Said, like, she even said, like, I don't know, maybe, like, he got attacked earlier. Maybe that's why he was cut. Like, nobody thought to, I don't know, whatever. Who cares? Good riddance. I'm glad that guy's dead.
Yeah. Everybody that died in this episode deserved it.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how everything's going to maybe tie up, but it doesn't seem like, I don't know, like, I just find it hard to believe that it's going to tie up in, like, a, like, satisfying way with just where they're at with one episode left.
I agree. We'll see.
I assume Lauren will die in the episode, because there's got to be at least one more from, like, that, like, core group. I assume there's gonna be some weird bullshit with fucking what's his name, Cam and his dad, because his dad's like the Bob character, so I assume something weird is gonna happen with them.
Yeah, he kind of like was talking about how, he's like, my dad's still out there. Like, I gotta find him. Oh yeah, I guess we also forgot to mention that like Sarah shows up at the facility and is like beating up a bunch of the guards or whatever.
Oh yeah, she stabs
But,
that
like,
dude in the armpit.
Yeah. And then she like busts the door open like after Jay had already like cleared the room. Yeah, so thanks a lot, Sarah.
Being
But-
stabbed in the armpit
so now
just
that
sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah, I don't like it. But
Seems
we'll
like
see.
it would,
As of right now, we don't know that if it has or not been renewed. So it should be interesting.
yeah, that's one word for it. All right. Yeah, that's enough of this. Next week we'll talk about episode 10, the season possible series finale, entitled "A Choke on 'Em." I'm telling you right
They're
now,
lifesavers.
if the fucking dude,
Cherry lightsabers.
the dude that like works for Cleargenics that was like hunting down Blackburn in the beginning of it doesn't get like torn in half in that episode, I'm gonna be very upset.
Yeah, I can't believe he's still fucking around. Get out of here, bro.
Also, where's fucking what's her name? That was like the scientist lady. She's been gone like almost this entire like second half of the season.
She's off
So
doing science.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was confused because, like, as I was watching this episode, like, essentially the room that they get locked in at Cleargenics is the room that, like, all of that stuff happened with McDermott and whatever. And so, like, Cam ends up finding his dad's wedding ring, right? And then that's when I was like, where's the scientist? Did she die and I just forgot? So, no, but I think, yeah, I guess she's just been missing the whole time.
Yeah, she just like
I don't know.
flees whenever all that like stuff with McDermott goes down.
Yeah.
Mood.
Yeah. I also would like to flee.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll be back next week with episode 10.
See ya.
I hope you trained Bud Zaby.
Train.